And so this is really dear to my heart. How many of you have neighbors with students right now in colleges and universities, or your daughters or your sons in universities? The worst thing that this government ever did to us right now was to cut OSA. This double affects every household in Ontario right now when the OSA comes. That's going to suffer from this is the parents that works 3 jobs to get their kids to school. The oldest alone. Okay. So constantly suffering. It's not his friends, it's not his neighbors, it's not his insiders, it's not his donors. He's got one cottage. I'm being taped, so I'm gonna change that. I see one that's put up their hands and said, yes, 3 on 1. And so we're dealing with a government that is out of touch with the people of Ontario. And let me tell you, you remember I telling this. You remember Andrea and Hazel, and he was starting to tell you this. When you touch families and young people, it's the death of your political career. Because then, I'm because he's going down the numbers. He's getting us enough of quality life to live in Ontario right now. I've got 3 kids, and I know they're going to leave me because they cannot afford to buy a home and raise a family in Ontario. This government is going to go. People, you have the power. You have the power, and you're sitting on it, and you're not using it. We need you. We need your votes. We need that vote. Let's rise up. Ontario is an amazing place. I came here in 1988, and it has given me amazing opportunities. But it's my time to fight back for all of you and for everyone that came behind me. And for all the young people because they are our future. And so I will die fighting for seniors so that they can live their lives with dignity. And I will fight for the young people because they in one of the best country in the world. So I was preaching there for a bit. Oh my God. Oh, oh, I can bring in mind 2 years ago, second talk about those stuff and how it will destroy this economy. This is the kind of different. She's young, but she's big. And she's going to share the story. And I have one little to share that story. And we're going to do some quick Q&A, but I need to hear your stories. Flood and fill my inbox with your stories. Before we get started, I'm going to be talking to all of you. So I got to be good. You're going to take a pause for a minute. So everyone can take a minute to stand up, stretch your legs. And come on. I know you're going to say it again. So two minutes. It's not very good. So it's good. So take a moment. We're next to you. And then you're ready. So for those of you who my name is the TS state trauma suspicion filed to supply ER in non-partisan information. After their child is the ones allowed to be motion to create us. And we have a mandate representing Toronto's 622,000 people in the state. Our organization recovers a lot of different issues. We have 10 total working groups touching on the most health, trans and housing, education, climate, environment, any issue that is people we work on its It's not. It's like the show. It's incredible. The 14 to 24. So I'm talking about the municipal government, which is a mere wondering if you should hear talk to control politics. Well, in recent years, behind the from where from the issues that are affecting your municipal federal policies. One of them is when the government announced in February, they were changing the funding models, they were immediately inundated with students across the province who were worried about what this would mean for their future. And the government had over the past meeting with students, student unions, student advocacy bodies from across the province to talk about what was going on with their community, what type of movements that they were. Many students were concerned about what this would mean for their education. We were first generation of students. We're now no longer able to pursue their many of those who were reliable, I was able to make them things to make them right to keep the roof over their head. We're now using the states as we found. It was a very but beyond it, we were also concerned about the effect of the state on the communities in the area. Because many of these parents and violence in the school are also communities that are historically faced with a lot of violence, marginalized communities, communities that already receive a lot of funding and resources and support. Many young people are already facing systemic barriers, college dropouts, and high school dropouts, where these resources offer them to do to overcome generational poverty and to build something for themselves. In addition to that, we were also concerned about the impact of this withdrawal on Indigenous communities. Because the national parents and bias against them, some of the already developed resources that province was not giving to Indigenous communities, we were worried about experiencing as a result of the change. So, thanks to communities also work, we were able to go to Queen's Park, which is now one of the most public across the Carfax plan to reverse to ensure that schools are able to be on business. Beyond also, if there's one thing that I want everyone to take away from this today is that what we are experiencing in the world is they fundamentally cannot with human condition. About to question. There is a very big need for us to return to our community roots, to come at the social institution we've been in since lockdown, and to remember the things that serve as educators, as our teachers, as our trustees, as our advocates, that they be community leaders and recognizing the humanity that exists in all of us. Because we're the communities. Come to the fact, we forget who it is that it's up essentially. So, on behalf of the government, thank you for taking the time to show up on this team. We really do appreciate it. And also as well. That's why I did that something for me. And so I'm gonna bring up a very good friend of my office. Every time we call him, he's coming and he's almost graduating, but he just wants to share his post-doc story.
Yes. Well, I think that's the time. We're going since we have Scarborough, Scarborough. I'm basically studies at with a minor in public law and psychology. I don't plan on doing psychological shit so good. There's too many of us you can try that at least okay. Also, but that makes me graduating in the next few months. So I won't be directly affected too much. But fortunately, my younger sister is. My younger sister was joining university within the next 3 months. I just not really good. There's a lot of young, aspiring, aspiring students that plan on getting higher level of education. They will be highly impacted by what's going on. It's a change. And my heart is really talking about this a lot from different people. My heart is really, we need to change. What's up? Because it's like an insane identity. Within the past 5 years, the bill talks about there has been increase. Okay, but increase in grants with no options, increase in grants and the need for loans. If we do a quick time, what does that equate to? Higher debt, much higher student debt, and lower access to education. What? When I first read this, I thought it was like a joke. Sorry to be professional, if I genuinely thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was an April Fool's joke. Like I was like, how is that possible? With the current state of the Department of Affordable Housing, like you said, healthcare. So now higher education is the next time that was a joke. So with this being said, if these students were being options, unfortunately, the youth fearful option we have as students is one, reduce course loads, which by default, will increase the time we spend in school. Two, pick up work more. And so experience, I can tell you, the work-life balance and the school life balance, trying to make it work is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's now about to really seriously contemplate jumping out of school as a rule there. Not out of school as a third option. So what choices do we have? We're left with limited options. There's been no question. There's been no question. Thinking about it now, it's teaching me right now. Like I extremely understand that it's very unfortunate. Even myself as a young adult, I have aspirations have changed. It's all over social media. We all see it. Yeah, I used to success stories all across the world. It's human nature, more success, follow more success. And I'm telling you, it seems almost impossible. It seems like there is no chance. Like I want to get my first home. I want to get married and have kids. Even if a girl comes to one fire, I'm getting this. And a woman that wants me right now, I say I can't afford it. I'm talking right now, so it's a bit serious. Like, survival of us and time. Marriage we to go down. The money people are connected to the time we go down. But it's taxes and those things that come nothing to give it. The country has to be promises last. My country she kind of speak about is so first. So now we're seeking outside now. We're looking for the next constitution. Where does that include? So everybody that has the same constitution, whichever way possible, we need change. Very well said, something very well said. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, from everything in my soul, for having the listen to MPP. Come on, it's not so long of applause. Let experience, let experience. And I know I'm supposed to be doing more, and we're gonna be doing more. Okay, so look out for the next one that's coming. Your questions. I need you to send me your questions. Will you commit to doing that? Because we take every story and every questions that you have in my statement, in my question period, and in my debate. Because what makes our debate and our questions more meaningful is basically including your stories and getting your voice. I'm going to take like 5 questions very quickly, and I know there was one lady right here. Yes, I understand. This is specifically for the dog.
I know that there's a huge shortage of doctors in our church. My understanding is around the world, there's a lot of doctors. You know, working is nice, yeah, but I guess they. What is the reason? So they, boy, they don't want them.
For doctors, people stands that they want to go to. Important board certified physician. So I'm a board certified physician in the US. So and so I practice in the US. These stands cost a lot of money. OSAP was helpful. And after graduate school, and you go to other countries, there's no. And so it's a lot of debt trying to get money to even write these exams or sit for these exams. I recently did a mock exam with some international medical graduates. 2 Sundays ago, trying to help them. I was just in a group, marking, trying to teach them how the patient walks into the room, has heart failure or something, how do they talk on someone, and they have to sit through these exams. And each exam costs a lot, so if we made these exams a little bit affordable, and we tapped into the talents that we have in this country, we would get a lot. As we see right now, it's a shift friend who's studying from, who was in Washington DC. So we have Americans. I had in my old clinic 3 doctors from the UK as physicians here. So they're coming. They just have to take this qualifying those exams done. And these ones, they've actually made a pathway to make family practice easier. So they're doing a lot of stuff to get the doctors from offices up, from doctors from other countries like Australia, UK, Ireland, to conferences here without having to write all the exams or do
It was here somewhere later.
that's graduates. So there are possibilities. I can't say they're not.
So they have to, they have to have a doctor.
Yes.
Something like doctors, they need to go to the second one.
I think we need a lot of family doctors, and I'd also like family doctors to be family doctors. We have some family doctor graduates who become dermatologists somebody. Some are just working in the emergency department, but they do family practice like I do. How can we appeal to these people to learn to stay and become primary care, to be in primary care? We want you to be responsible. So because they see that the life balance, being a primary care physician is an attractive thing.
Thank you. I did some emergency. My nose is gone. I've never seen since the grants in the team. And I'm gonna say, going on. In Scarborough Village. I was east of the market, or it's in the B-Ras. And I'm here because I'm not advocate. That's how I get into the advocate, primarily a saving advocate. Okay, it's not much. I think I need about 3 minutes. Okay. All right. 3 minutes. This message is important and will be silent. But the date of Saturday, 1961, my mom was a head in general hospital. And at the time, like a teacher assistant, I'm inside. My mom taught me a lot. The original of this house, the own system. It's like the happy pills. Whenever there's an injury, they get access to them around playing. My mom was a really good boss. She had adequate health insurance, and she had second class coverage on responsible hospital. You know when you're poor, before GP, okay? Let me say this. I know about how late it is. He was a nurse for her life. She was dying of the cancer. That's a woman on the hospital. She said, "Look, this woman is surgery." I know that. My mom transitioned about 3 years ago. I have no shame of money to get into a nursing home. She can find a little to pay for it. So I don't go down. But let me give you the context. I've yet to see a government who will deal with prevention because no money is sustainable. As a form of fitness advice, good life fitness. I saw the years. Maybe 27 people. Their cognitive fear is what? Diabetes, heart disease, something. And guess what? These are the keyboards in my neighborhood, and the parents are breakfast and lunch. Streets. Okay? My question for you is very simple. As I said, I never see a government that invests in prevention. When I came to Canada, there were walk-ins in schools. I mean, everything is smart. I give credit to my grandmother who transitioned in 99 and 4 months. My mom transitioned 3 years ago, at 92 years old. My grandma got vaccinated. You know what's going on right now in my community, Jamaican community? The parents are doing these things. Why? Because nobody teaches anyone about nutrition. Okay? These places like supermarkets, selling this to jumps. Listen, I can take this to a customer. You're kind of in your role. So let's keep this thing real. No amount of budget can make the currency sustainable. We need to be educated in this different. And the government has okay. I'm sick and tired of the details. I'm sick of it's the most important. Because life, my grandmother said, eat the food. She was not able to use the word nutrition. Until the government invest in education, so the children and the parents know how to eat properly, nutritionally. No system will be sustainable. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I'm from Afghanistan. Afghanistan has money. And money. Exactly. If they give me of Afghanistan and 50 years, no, for December rupees. Beautiful countries. Afghanistan is about 7 times bigger than Pakistan. But the economy in Canada is almost should be like nice than but this is different for the money for example, for the post stuff that make money for different sources for oil, different stuff they're making last area and then make the economy bigger side. Not a month and it's not really happens. I just watch beautiful economy and I economy when I make it 2005. I think it's not 104 to America. On that time, it's not before I got. I think it's on my decision the government report from the community. This is most important for the member. Thank you. And my question is for the presentation. As today we saw, whatever everybody thought was all about social development about, that we see that the technical areas in the government right now, from healthcare, education, housing. So as individuals, we know that what is the other step we can do? What are the individuals to stand out and to advocate for us? We sign up. Is there any other solution for us? Thank you for your question, and this is a question of my passion. Okay, like I said, but if you don't look,
You are still in the community. You probably have kids in the community. Join the school council. Or at least volunteer hours. Understand the system, how it works. Education is key. Once you are in there, your picture will be more clear. And you will definitely participate in the law than where it's made. So my advice as a trustee and as a community member, participate. I learned a lot to go into the work. And if you have kids in the system, join your school council. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I want to let you know that you are stronger than you think you are. Because there is a bill, and I forgot the number of the bill, but it talks about crimes. And Scarborough is left out. And so what I did that big is full section for the meeting. And so on the meeting, I made sure that I reach out to community leaders in Scarborough. And they're going to be speaking and presenting at committee. So, inside of Queen's Park, you're powerful. You're very, very powerful. So don't forget that. You're powerful on the outside, you're powerful on the inside.
Well said, Andrea. I just want to say, it's a brilliant question. Voting is a very different. Very different. And some of us can't vote. It's your citizen, right? Just because you're a permanent resident doesn't mean you're not part of the community. That doesn't mean that you can't get involved. So as a community organizer, I believe the power is in the people. Say with me, power is in the people. You are that Duxford. You can fire Duxford. You are that everyone that is given the responsibility. I don't like calling it power, I call it responsibility. I know it's my responsibilities. Educators have responsibility. We all have responsibilities for each other. So it's not just about voting, it's about getting involved in your school board, in your neighborhood association. If you're part of the neighborhood, check out neighborhood association, call the city hall. Make sure the city government is not complicit, it's fighting back, just pushing back, right? Make sure there's good people are just elected, but a deputy coming out to community meetings, sharing the perspective of our neighbors, of each other. What they want, given the hard truth, they're going to do everything they can to make you busy and not be involved. Because when you show up and you see other people showing up, you realize how much power you have. So show up. Okay? You showed up today, and that means you are showing power. Two more questions.
I thank you. Thank you for listening. I want to go on the education. As I get for kids started from very young and in the so from the funding funds to the increasing the classroom. You can see that I am affected all my life. So my question is that so I was also putting in the part before the meeting as well. That please to a connection between the TSB and the parents. Like you used to get, and we always get the trustee to talk about our issues and our other problems, right? So that's not. So how are you gonna talk about issues and problems and parents? Right? So I'm looking for against those issues like strongly. Plus, again, plus I mean, I know like in my young son's classroom has 23 students. And I see how much travel they do the teacher plus the ECE. I cannot imagine if they put 10 more students, 10 more kids in there. And now it's not, I mean, they're only barely responsible in the sense. I can believe it. They can
And how the kids will be secure in the classroom. So I so so, I mean, we talk about a lot, but I think I have to go into their part. And I come into this and uh, ask for more. We need to stop this.
Thank you, Sandra, for the question, and I'm going to give back a lot. I'll give you a small example, but like I said, it's not easy to say everything in 2, 3 minutes. So last year, when the board was meeting or before that budget, so there's a negotiation between provincial government and the boards that you should have 16 specialized kids in a classroom. But we as a trustees and the staff, we try to manage to put just the kids. So we had 9 kids instead of 16. So that impacts the budget. So the staff recommendation came in that from 9, that's making 10. And we trustees said no. And as my colleague Nancy said, why doesn't the teacher access to them increasing every single day? Because the teachers are going to imagine there is 1 kid. What is the impact? But answering to your question, the 5 nice friend, MPP and Hazel, was to make sure that the trustees are back, the community voices are back. And she's the one, and we have to strengthen her hands by participating in community meetings or delegations or even these community events. That's how, our public education will survive. Lots of other things will survive. So strengthen her hands and friends like other friends like them here, maybe you have to strengthen their hands. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you. Right now, there is a lot going on about education in Ontario. If you Google on our schools, a lot of information will come up. Rallies will come up, petitions will come up. It is an excellent time to get involved. If you like to take action, there's the action of showing up to a protest. There's an action of signing a petition. There's the action of writing or visiting or calling hearing. Because this new legislation that's coming all has to be debated and passed and voted on. And it's a very crucial timing right now. Because we are expecting to get the information to hear about the legislation on Monday. So fund our schools is a great source of information.
Okay.
Last question.
My name is Martina Masri. I have been living in this conference conference for decades. I raised 2 kids. They are adult now. So I read what we are facing, what we have to face for decades. And we are not getting solutions. I think that we are neglected. And in many aspects, we are neglected. But one thing that is very much related to one of my friends raised that question of international protection of assessment and licensing, especially with the doctors and the healthcare professionals. I came here as a skilled university professor in 2009. And since then, I have been struggling to get my credentials assessed. And I haven't gone to the university yet. So it is the same thing happening with all the skilled immigrants who are coming from different countries of the world, not only the healthcare professionals. You will find there are so many countries